Here we go.
I'm tired.
Dude, me too.
Dude, it's so damn hot.
It's fucking hot.
It's so hot.
Milk was a bad choice.
Milk was a bad choice. I'm in a glass case of emotions. Rod, where are you? They're putting Veronica on. I'm on my way.
The bad man.
He punted Baxter. Man, this burrito is Philly, but it is delicious, but it is Philly.
Welcome.
What's up, everybody?
Welcome, listeners.
It's, we're a day behind on recording.
It's poor decision.
Granted, we're a day behind me on recording. But
yeah.
I mean, releasing you typically is on a Friday, but, things have been hectic, very hectic lately.
Yeah.
As life is.
As life be.
So, how's everybody doing? I swear I don't think we had any fan mail on here. Oh, yeah, it was the Stanley, Kansas. That was Ellie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because he ended up responding on
That's funny.
Spotify, I believe. Let's go into the comments, shall we? On Spotify. We're going to start off with some fan mail. I think I might have missed a couple others.
Oh, wow.
Miranda apparently a couple days ago said we should look up the Thirsty Whale bartender.
What is that? Is that
Thirsty Whale? And
is that like
he'll
an
tell.
AI?
Oh, it's a content creator, I guess, and he'll tell you what's happening. What happens if you don't squeeze your own citrus? Oh, okay, noted. An example for those who don't want to look him up. On his gin basil smash video, he said, "If you don't squeeze your own citrus, I hope you get sunburned and hope your friend slaps it."
Yeah, so
oddly enough, I don't burn, because remember, what was it, last year or whatever? I came in from the summer cornhole tournament. You're like, dude, you are so red. I'm like, it'll brown out.
Yeah, and it did.
A couple days later, you're like, what the hell?
Yep.
Yeah, and then Ellie responded on the on Buzzsprout. I'm like, I don't know who the Stanley, Kansas one is. It was Ellie.
That was weird.
And he said, side note, he just saw an ad for a limited release 15-year cast strength Redbreast.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like it's probably out of my budget.
Yeah. I think I just saw though that Buffalo Trace is getting ready to start more mass producing Eagle Rare.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
So we should probably get into some sort of beverage.
Let's get into a bevy.
How about a beer?
Well,
or drink. Yeah.
Or a beverage.
So,
yeah.
It's been so hot.
We're going for the is this our NA episode? Is this our premiere?
Well, I mean, there's some ciders in there that we could possibly get into as well.
We could try something besides a beer.
Yeah.
But,
so this is Bier Co's Hop Spritz.
I was about to say, you picked up a bunch of hoppy waters.
Yeah. And been crushing them too. Because, what was it, Friday I picked up a Lagunitas hop refresher variety pack and been crushing them just because it's been so damn hot. And they have been quite refreshing.
Yeah, I've been on an NA kick recently too. It's just nice to...
Oh, you're good. Man,
well,
I feel like that can was more than
I know
12 ounces.
Well, it was when I opened
it. It was full.
Percolating.
All right, cheers, sir.
Cheers.
All right. Ooh, I like the smell.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, it's been nice to drink something and not feel the effects of alcohol.
Yeah, but then you get a little bit of that flavoring.
Yeah, and you're getting hydrated.
Because it is. So the hoppy water or hop refresher it's hop infused sparkling water. So it's carbonated water.
With I'm assuming it's hop
infused.
Yeah. But
so this one says pretty refreshing.
That's the word.
Guilt-free, bright hop flavor, hint of fruit.
It does smell kind of dank still.
Yeah. Well, because it has a hop. And the other ones I got do too, but they have some other flavors into it. There's a blueberry lemonade or lemon one. The other nice thing about this one is, besides no alcohol, it's got no carbs, no calories, and no gluten.
Yeah, that's nice.
So, yeah. But yeah, this one came from Bier Co. It's solid.
Yeah, I've got I picked up the athletic, it's athletic, right? Isn't that?
Athletic.
Yeah. They've got quite a variety, and I got a summer shandy that was really good. And then a Mexican style lager. I haven't tried that one yet, but
yeah,
we had a bunch of people over this weekend, and I'm just like, well, it'd be nice to have, beer and NA options. Because I don't know, we had like 12 fucking people over.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was just, she wanted to do a garden party. And it was mostly like her classmates and her coworkers. And I'm just like, all right, well, at least I got my buddy Dylan's here so I can talk to him. And so I had to grill chicken thighs for 12 or 14 people.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
That was fun.
I'm sure.
On his balls.
Yeah. Because I know like my mom was doing something and I found out about it late and I'm just like, no, I'm not going. Literally, Jen and I stayed home Saturday and did nothing. I mean, granted, her shoulder has been killing her.
Yeah.
Too. Hopefully she's, lined up for a surgery now. Get a little bit of a reprieve.
Yeah.
Because it was like brucitis or something like that.
Yeah, I was telling Gina about it and she's like, oh yeah, that's not fun. It's, happens from overuse of, doing one thing over and over again. And it just
like mopping.
Yeah.
Very vigorously.
Yeah. Cleaning, using your
Jen
hands.
likes to do because she doesn't half-ass cleaning.
Yeah. So I'm just like, fuck, I hope I don't get that. I mean, I've only been doing this for 3 months. I don't think that's going to happen in 3 months, but
yeah. So it's basically like carpal tunnel for like certain other ligaments or whatever, or joints, if you will. Did you see the Supersonics won their first championship since 1979?
I did.
Yeah. Congrats.
And no one cared. Like,
no. NBA is just but NHL, everybody I feel like the NHL, more people were into the NHL aspect than because I know some of the people I work with, like there was definitely more talk about NHL than there was NBA.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, and it was funny. I saw like a supercut of like the 4 major sports and the teams celebrating their respective championship wins.
Oh yeah.
And it's it showed the Panthers first, and then it showed the Eagles, and it showed was it the Dodgers that won the World Series last year?
Yep.
And like everyone's going
because they're
crazy.
technically going for I think a 2 back-to-back as well this year.
But everyone's like, all the teammates are going wild, and then like they showed this finals, and it's just like everyone's like, yeah, we won.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Speaking of sports stuff, I saved this, but I hadn't showed it to you yet. There was a player on the Dallas Stars who had a guitar-themed stick.
Oh, that's badass.
So he had like the frets on the.
I was gonna say, that looks like a fretboard.
So he basically put the fretboard on the stick.
That's cool.
It was pretty cool. So I saved that to be able to show to you. I know nobody really gets context in the podcast realm, but
Yeah, no, it looks cool. Just think of a guitar neck on a hockey stick.
Yeah. Kind of. Well, here I'll go back here for a second. Did you see this joke? It says Cleveland Browns rookie quarterback Shedeur Sanders ticketed by police for going 101 miles per hour in a 60-mile-per-hour zone. And one of the comments was, that's nothing. A couple months ago, he went 144 when he was supposed to be going 25.
Ouch. Damn, that's a good burn.
That is a great burn.
I feel like he's like, that's his second speeding violation that he's had so far.
Already?
Yes.
He's just like, Evan, I don't care. I mean, the faster he gets those points, the faster he just has to have a driver, right?
Mm-hmm. The faster he gets out of Cleveland, and then they have to get a new quarterback.
Another quarterback.
Yeah.
Because, they don't. Apparently, he's their future.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Hard.
Should have been
looking
Baker.
Around.
Should have been Baker.
Yeah.
He got screwed.
Yeah, he did. Moving on. So I came across this other thing. It was most playoff wins since 2010. And, I mean, you can see it now. But, I think if we went back to 2001, this is a completely different chart.
Yeah, it would be the Patriots.
Patriots by far, right?
Yeah.
But since 2010, which, I mean, that's still 15 years at this point, right?
Yeah, that's crazy.
That the Chiefs have 18 playoff wins.
That's wild.
And that includes 3 Super Bowls. But the surprising thing is since 2010, the Patriots are still second.
Yeah.
And they haven't done they haven't done anything in like the last
3 years?
4 or 5 years?
Yeah, since Brady left.
Yeah. And I mean, he's been retired for what, 2
years
years now.
Yeah, he did his first
And then
season
the
of
year before
commentary.
that was with the Tampa Bay. And then the year before that, I don't think they won
No,
with his last year at New England.
I don't think so.
I think he won 2 years prior to leaving or whatever.
Yeah,
Because they knocked out the Chiefs.
Yeah, in the
right?
AFC Championship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Noise. But yeah, they still have 16 wins and 3 Super Bowls. And then you got San Francisco coming in at third with 13.
Wow.
I mean, you would think, even since 2010,
you'd
13 is a lot.
Yeah, and you'd think with 13 you'd have a
Super Bowl. But they do not.
Nope.
So they're the Bills of the modern era, I guess. And because then you got Green Bay since 2010 has 12 wins and a Super Bowl. Kind of flipping it around, I feel like the Rams are kind of like that. I don't want to call it dark horse, but that
for sure.
unknown one where everybody knows they're good, but they only have 8 wins.
Yeah.
But that does include a Super Bowl. Then you got Seattle with 10 and Baltimore and Philadelphia all with 10 wins.
All the birds.
Except for the Cardinals.
Oh, yeah. Well, they don't count.
No, they don't, because they have never won a championship.
That's crazy.
A Super Bowl, anyway. But yeah, they all have 10 wins, and between the 3 of them, they have 4 Super Bowls. So, I mean, they got 30 wins and 4 Super Bowls, which is only 1 more Super Bowl than the Chiefs.
Wow.
In the same span. So, yeah, that was, I'm like, God, that's a interesting kind of thing. I did come across this, and I don't know if I completely agree with this completely. And it's from ML Football, and it's every NFL team's biggest rival. So I don't know how they determine this order, really. But they got the Patriots, biggest rival is the Jets.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, I would say in years past, yes, but in the last decade?
Yeah, I don't know who it would be.
Because I know I've been hearing a lot the last couple of years of rivalries are changing and stuff like that. Because I mean, take for example, the Chiefs, they have down as the Raiders. Okay,
that's fair.
That's fair, right?
Yeah, I don't agree with Green Bay says it's the Niners.
I'm sorry, I just missed. I missed this at first, but apparently the Browns' biggest rival is the Browns
themselves.
That's hilarious. But the Cardinals, their biggest rival is the Packers. I don't know about that.
Yeah, that doesn't even make sense.
No, it doesn't. Considering the Packers' biggest rival
is the Niners.
Which
also doesn't make sense, just because they've been eliminated out of playoff contention by the Niners.
Yeah, but then the Bears' biggest rival is the Packers.
Yeah,
that
it should be both are each other's biggest rival.
Yeah, but then I feel like the Packers are on here the most because the Vikings, Arizona. Let me see here. They both have the Packers down as their.
No, I think it might be the Cowboys.
And the Dallas has. I think the Cowboys are their biggest rival, their own biggest rival right now too. Because the Patriots are on here a couple times against the Seahawks and the Rams,
the Jets,
Miami, the Jets,
the Jaguars.
Indianapolis.
Do the Jaguars even count? Do they even have a rival?
I mean, I guess because aren't they in the same conference? Or am I way off?
No, they're in the AFC South
because it's the Patriots, the Bills, Jets.
Yeah,
right?
I mean they're showing it in left to right.
Is it
the division?
Is that what that is?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
It just didn't make any sense at first.
Yeah, it's
okay, it's in Miami. Okay. But then they got the Bills as the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Which I mean in years past, yes, but I would think overall no.
Yeah, overall I would imagine it'd be the Patriots.
I mean, and I don't honestly, you would think that the Bengals and the Browns are each other's biggest rivals.
Since they're same state.
Yeah, but you
Yeah.
got the Bengals' biggest rival as the Steelers.
Which, same division, that's fair.
I mean, and the same thing when you got, Baltimore and Pittsburgh, they are each other's rivals.
Yeah.
Right? Even though you could almost argue, even though they rarely play each other, Pittsburgh and the Eagles, right?
See, and I would even say that the Broncos' biggest rival is probably Kansas City. I mean, we're, separated by one
In years
state.
past, yeah.
Yeah.
One I still remember when, before they did the realignment, and like the Seahawks were in our conference.
Yeah, that's crazy.
There was like
That's so
5-team
weird.
conference. See, like I just don't see it. Like they got the Cowboys, like everybody in that division.
Yeah.
The Giants, their rival is Cowboys. The Eagles, their rival is the Cowboys. The Cowboys, their rival is the Niners, which isn't even in their own division.
Yeah.
And but then you got the
historically
Commanders.
it makes sense, but
Yeah, but then you got the Commanders, who, their biggest rival is the Cowboys. Like, how is like Washington and New York not like each other's biggest rivals?
yeah.
Or something like that.
Yeah.
So like this is one of the reasons why I saved this list, because I'm like, it doesn't make sense. And maybe talking to somebody else, or even putting it out there on air, it's like some of these people could, you guys could be like, well, no, it makes sense because of this. Because like
Yeah.
I don't know everything about football. I know a lot about football, but
Yeah.
not like why certain rivalries are the way they are. Like Tampa Bay, their biggest rival is the Rams. That doesn't make
Yeah.
complete sense to me. Now, like Atlanta and the Saints, Falcons and Saints, that makes a little bit more sense to me.
Yeah.
And I would almost think Carolina and the Buccaneers, like they should be more rival.
I feel like a lot of it is determined on like losing in the playoffs to these teams.
I mean, maybe.
Because like I said, I know for sure it makes sense for the Packers because the Niners have their number.
Yeah.
In the playoffs, they have their number.
Yeah. So I mean, like it was just a very interesting.
And they've been, dominating that Bears Packers rivalry for the past 10 or 12 years.
Yeah.
So it's not really, it's super one-sided.
Yeah. All right.
Should we get another bevy?
We should definitely get another bevy.
What are you thinking? We go into real deal? Or do you wanna...
You can go with whatever you want, man.
Okay.
I'm just here to enjoy the, show. Help host. And I'll go over this other factoid that I found, and it was General George Thomas was arguably better than both Robert E. Lee and Ulysses S. Grant. He never lost a battle and once completely destroyed a Confederate army, earning him the nickname Sledgehammer. And I've heard this before, actually. And it's kind of interesting, and I guess, sometimes you got to kind of look back into history just to refresh yourself from time to time, right? But history has largely forgotten him because he was too modest and consistently downplayed his own accomplishments. I mean, as a lot of good leaders do, really. A lot of good leaders don't like to kind of toot their own horn, if you will. Man, we're really getting into it, aren't we?
Yeah, we're going complete 180.
Okay.
I figured we'd sandwich this one in between two seltzers or two bubblies.
Oh, that's fine. Did you see actually what was getting ready to come out?
Yeah, is it a Kolsch?
It's a
style?
Kolsch. Yeah.
I don't think I had any of the. What was the one they just released before the Kolsch? It was the Tripel, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, I had that. It was okay.
Yeah, it was okay.
Mousetrap's better.
I like Mousetrap better as well.
So yeah, we're going to. We went from an NA tasty beverage to a 10% barley one.
A high ABV beer. No, this is episode 74, right?
I think so.
It is.
So did you have a good weekend, Brian?
It was all right. Like I said, we didn't really do too much. Jen's been in a lot of pain with the whole shoulder thing.
Yeah.
And so we just kind of chilled on Saturday, and then I did some work on Sunday, yard work and stuff like that. What else? I did some other stuff around the house, but and we went out to Team Cocktail. Because I had asked for them to let me know when they were getting another shirt back in, because we were getting basically a birthday present for my youngest, for when he turns 18.
I still haven't been in there.
It's a cool little thing.
Yeah,
Expect them, be ready for them to ask you if you want a drink when you get in there.
Oh no.
Yeah. I mean,
awful.
Oddly enough, like whenever we go in there, like we're just not in,
Yeah.
we're not ready for a drink yet.
Yeah.
So we just never get a drink. And then like Jen had a hoodie that she really liked, but ended up buying too big of one. And so she returned it, and they didn't have any more yet. So,
Well, I mean, isn't that the point of a hoodie? Like to get a bigger size so you can like.
Oddly enough, she was wearing like a couple layers when she tried it on. She's like, "Oh yeah, it fits good,
Perfect." Yeah.
yeah." And then when she got home and went to go try and wear it,
Shit.
and as just a hoodie by itself, it's like, why is this thing so big on me? All right, cheers, sir.
Cheers.
How about a beer?
Oh shit, wrong one.
Yeah, that's
oh,
fine.
God. There we go. Yep, smells like that barley wine.
Yeah. Oh yeah. This one actually, because I remember when we first got this one, it was like, to me, it was heavy oatmeal raisin cookie.
Yeah, yeah. It's really.
It's still there a little bit.
I feel like it's more of the raisin, not so much because I felt like, well, like you said, oatmeal raisin. I got like cinnamon and like brown sugar.
Yeah, well, I could almost pick a little bit like the sugar crystals that you sometimes put on
Yeah,
the oatmeal raisin cookie.
yeah,
But yeah, I'm getting mostly just that oatmeal or the oatmeal and the raisin now.
yeah. That holds up pretty well.
Yeah, that was good.
That's good.
So did you see this?
I know, man. So I wonder what they're gonna do next year.
With it being the 30th, yeah.
Yeah.
So what we're doing, I came across this graphic literally yesterday because it was the anniversary, right? Nintendo 64 came out on June 23rd of 1996.
That's wild.
It's funny. I thought it came out closer to the holiday season.
Me too.
Because that's what I got for Christmas.
Yeah, same.
Like I thought. Granted, it says came out in Japan, but usually like the gap in releases wasn't that long.
Yeah, because I feel like in years past, especially with.
And I really don't want to look it up on when it released in North America.
Yeah, because especially with like the PlayStation 5 and the Series X, they always come out right around the holiday season. But
yeah, because they're trying to get that big holiday push, right?
Here's Nintendo Switch 2 being launched in June and selling like 3 million like units worldwide or something.
Yeah.
So.
And I've been hearing, I just heard something recently, like they're like bricking them if like they determine
if you use a certain like SIM card, it'll brick it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh damn.
Yeah. And I'm just like, well, that's kind of annoying. Like,
yeah,
because I understand they want to like stop people using pirated games and shit. But if it's just like, an SD card full of games, it could potentially be bricked.
Huh.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, a lot of times, like you would think though, like sometimes when people are doing that type of stuff, they're trying to actually get some of like the classic games.
Yeah.
Though too, like if I could, again, like we covered this a couple weeks ago or a couple episodes ago, it was.
Did you ever get the Anbernic?
No. They freaking. I literally got an email, and I actually never ended up calling my bank. I still need to call my bank to get that charge reversed because, like, literally they said, like, oh yeah, we ran into a problem with our Shopify store or whatever.
Yeah.
And you should contact your bank to get it. And I just keep forgetting to contact.
See, and I wonder because I know a lot of those places get cease and desists,
and that might have been
probably what it was.
What happened, but they wrote it off as something else. But I've been seeing. I guess an influx of ads for them again.
Yeah.
And from a company that I've seen the name before. It's just not the one that I got mine, I tried to buy mine from.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, like I was saying, several episodes ago, we talked about like all the N64 games will fit on like a 32 gigabyte freaking SD card. So I'm like, if Nintendo sold something like that,
oh, they'll never do anything like that.
No, because they're not going to make their money, even though they would make money from it because they've already made their money off of pretty much every single game they've ever made.
Well, and like it's crazy. I feel like they have a history of never really doing fan service well.
Yeah.
Like, okay, cool. Yeah, you launched a new Switch with one fucking game.
Yeah.
That wasn't a port. Like, it's just Mario Kart. Or you could get, Cyberpunk, or, just shit
Which
that isn't.
I really don't think anybody's using Switch to play Cyberpunk.
Some people are, and it looks okay. I mean,
Does it?
yeah, it's. I don't really like the game that much. I tried playing it. It was boring.
Cyberpunk?
Yeah.
Like, I know, like, one of my kids was playing it, but I never really heard much more other than that from it.
Yeah, because when they launched it, it was during COVID.
Yeah.
And so the game wasn't finished.
Yeah,
So
I
it
know,
just,
like,
had a
there
bunch
was
of
issues
patches
with it.
and bugs, and it was unplayable.
But I know, like, Fallout 4, maybe it was New Vegas. I think it was New Vegas. Had all sorts of huge bugs.
Yeah.
And they had to, like, within like 24 hours had to patch it.
Yeah.
Because people were already breaking it.
But I guess since the launch of Cyberpunk, they've done enough, patches and stuff to. The game's like supposedly fun and a well-made game.
I mean, I've heard good things.
Yeah,
about
I mean,
it, but
CD Projekt Red, they made Witcher.
Yeah.
So, like, it's not like they're a schlub. They don't know. It's not that they don't know what they're doing. They just, like, forced a game out too fast because they knew that people were going to buy it because everyone was desperate for new content during the shutdown.
Yeah, and that's always a big thing, too, is sometimes, like, people, I mean, like, we've talked about this before, that, Grand Theft Auto is getting pushed back again.
I can't wait, man. I'm gonna take, like...
I wouldn't be surprised if it gets pushed back
off.
again.
I don't think it will. I think they're, like... I trust Rockstar is going to be like, okay, we're holding it to whatever day in May it was of 2026.
Yeah. Because I thought it was supposed to come out sooner.
There were rumors of it coming out this fall.
Okay.
Like in September or something.
But I mean, like, you got to figure, like, it's basically they're estimating that they're putting, $1 billion into that game?
Yeah.
It's like, which is insane.
I can't wait. I've been trying to play, what was I... Oh, I was getting into a game. It wasn't... I picked up the sticks again and started playing Call of Duty for the first time in months.
Oh, really?
And it was fun. Gets old fast.
Yeah.
It was Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Oh, see, like, I've thought about trying to get into the other Assassin's Creed games. Because, like, I played through, 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
I didn't do the other ones from 2, the Brotherhood and Revelations, I believe. I never played any of the DLC for 3 either. Or I don't remember if they had anything for Black Flag. But then, like, I just, life happened. And because, like, I own Rogue.
Yeah.
But then have never played Rogue. And I know my boys have played, Mirage and Odyssey and Valhalla and one of the other ones. And I'm just like, I just haven't got back into it. But
yeah, it's a fun game to play for, half an hour at a time. And then I'm just like, okay.
So I feel like that's one of those games, though. And maybe that's one of the reasons why I got away from it. Because it was like half an hour and, like, I really wouldn't get much done.
Yeah.
So it's like basically like, okay, I need to get from this side of the map to the other side of the map. All right, I did it. That was my accomplishment today.
Well, I was hitting GTA 5 hard, and it was, part of the PlayStation, like, monthly thing.
Oh, yeah.
And then they took it off.
Oh.
And there's some things that are just living there perpetually, like original, PlayStation exclusives or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm just like, this game is 10 years old. Just keep it in the... Just
GTA 5, yeah.
Yeah. Because I was like, I had put in probably 16 or 20 hours already on the game.
Jeez.
And this is like the 5th time I've played it.
I wonder what's the fastest you could play through, like, the storyline.
Oh, I have seen a speed run. No, it was a speed run for San Andreas.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that game is broken as fuck. It's so buggy.
Oh, you could just skip, like, right ahead to something.
Yeah. Someone, like, from the jump. Did you play San Andreas?
I never played San Andreas. I know we talked about this
several
episodes ago. Like, I played Vice City and got 50%.
Yeah, so someone from start to finish beat the game in, like, 25 minutes or something, like less than half an hour.
Yeah.
Because it's just like there's so many stupid little things that you have to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just like, wow, that was fun to watch.
Yeah.
I'll never do that, and I don't know how you figured it out.
Okay, so I guess I should rephrase it as I wonder how long it would take to, I don't want to say casually play, but like grind through like campaign or storyline, whatever you want to call it.
For GTA?
For GTA.
I mean, fuck, man. There's so many things you have to find, so many hidden items, so many.
Well, I'm not even talking about like 100% it. Like, I'm just saying like storyline done.
Oh, it could probably be done in about 8 hours, I'd say.
You think so?
8 to 10 hours.
For GTA 5?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like this is something we could look up.
If you don't do any of the side missions,
yeah.
If you just do the main storyline without doing any of the, like, you know, there's things called like freaks and strangers, and it's just like a random thing that'll like pop up on your HUD.
And then you run off and go do it.
And then it's just like another random side mission. You don't have to do them.
Yeah.
But if you just do the main storyline, you could probably get it in 8 hours.
Yeah. I know. I saw a joke a couple years ago. It was talking about Henry Cavill and the whole Witcher thing. It's like, yeah, of course he's never finished it because he's too busy doing all the side quests.
Yeah,
first.
For real. See, and that's my thing with games like that is that's why I loved Breath of the Wild so much, is because you don't have to do the storyline as the storyline.
Yeah, and that's what I always did with like Assassin's Creed. Like Assassin's Creed 2, like I went through and did a lot of the stuff, which oddly enough, it's one of those things like if you start doing all these other side missions and you get all these other unique weapons or upgrades or whatever, then all of a sudden the storyline just becomes easy.
Yeah. But it's fun. I really enjoy the open world stuff. I lent my Switch to my buddy, and I'm just like dying to get it back so I can play Zelda again.
Yeah. Well, like I said, my kid got me, I guess my boys for Father's Day got me like the online thing.
Oh, yeah,
for like 3 months or whatever.
Yeah.
So like I can go in and try and play some of that stuff. It's just I need to have, I guess, some time before, like I don't want to activate it and then like not utilize it.
Yeah.
For like a whole month or whatever.
And then you're just like, well, I have 2 months now.
Yeah. It's like I want to be able to sit down and actually like play for a while.
Yeah.
And then, get into it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I know we talked about this and you've never played Zelda. And
that's kind of, I think, one of the reasons why like they went ahead and got that so I could go in and try and play, stuff like Zelda.
Yeah. I mean, if you can play, if they have, they might not have it. I don't know. Link's Awakening was the one that was on the Game Boy.
Oh, really?
I think it was the first one that was on the Game Boy. And they did like a remaster remake for like they ported it to the Switch, and it kind of looks like cell shaded in a way, and it's still top down. God, I played the shit out of that game. Yeah. Probably like 50 or so hours. Because it's puzzle based, it's battle based, you know.
I think one of the longest games I've actually spent time in was Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga.
Oh yeah.
Before they did episodes 7, 8, and 9.
Uh-huh.
So it was 1 through 6, and I literally like the only game I think I've ever actually 100%ed.
I don't know if no recent game. Like next-gen games, I don't think I've 100%.
Yeah, I think the next closest was Assassin's Creed. Probably 2, and then followed by Black Flag, and then Assassin's Creed 3.
I've been watching this YouTube channel where this guy goes through PlayStation games that he has, and tries to platinum all of them.
Oh, and I think I've seen like that. Somebody who's does that as well.
But like so many of them are like from like PlayStation 3,
yeah.
And so the servers are dead, and so he has to he's got some money, but he'll do a LAN party with. He's got 4 PlayStation 5s, and everyone's got a screen, and they have to do, there's so much of it is online to get a platinum trophy.
Yeah.
And one of them, the most impressive one, was GTA 5.
Really?
Because you have to do all the stuff online. You have to do all the stuff in the game. There's like so many things you have to do, like 100%.
And there's so many people, I feel like, on the online aspect. that will just try and fuck you up.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Just
you have to start like
create havoc.
Yeah, you have to do like a private lobby.
Yeah.
Because people are assholes.
And I think that's the nice thing, because like, and I saw like, because I've been in a couple private servers for like Minecraft, and I saw that like GTA 5 was doing that as well, where like there were certain people that, you know, like streamers that I follow or whatever, that had Grand Theft Auto, like their own Grand Theft Auto server for people to then join.
Have you seen the servers where people like, you know, someone's a police officer, someone is, you know, a paramedic.
Yeah, I have seen
that. And that shit cracks me up, dude.
Yeah.
Like the level of like commitment to be like, oh, I just worked my 9 to 5.
Yeah.
And I'm going to hop on GTA and be a police officer for 5 hours, you know, and like taking it seriously.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
I did. There was actually this British
crazy
Twitch streamer that I was following for a while that, that's what he did. And like he would do little clip videos where it was like just all like the accidental mishaps and stuff that would happen, like people accidentally getting ran over, or you know, trying to take somebody in and, you know, just completely botching it or whatever.
there's one that I this video lives rent free in my head, and it's like 20 minutes long. It's a whole story to explain, but essentially this guy's like trolling this community that takes themselves very seriously. Like the whole base was he was like gonna buy a car from a person in the game, like started hitting it with a baseball bat. The guy got like legitimately mad because he, you know, used his GTA Online dollars to buy this thing. Called the police, and it led to like this pursuit. The guy stole the car, and then he killed the player. With the car that he stole from him. And the best twist is both of them were streaming at the same time.
Oh shit.
And he was able to pull that guy's like stream and see it from his end. And it's so funny to hear like, and to see the chat be like so distraught that this guy like, he stole your car, man. Like he just killed you. Oh my God. Like everyone is like, it's hilarious.
See, like, and I know like there's another streamer that I follow, and I still see him post videos every once in a while. Like, and he's pretty good. His gamer tag, or not his stream handle is American Dad. And no comparison to the show.
Yeah.
No. So he's like army vet guy, but like he plays Fortnite. A lot of times even ranked. But like whenever he's playing for fun, he'll change his handle to his phone number, or a phone number of like that he has access to, and like, people will call, and he posts clips of people calling the number just
to fucking
try and just ream him, and he just lets him have it because he just doesn't
care.
He does not care. No,
that's funny.
It's hilarious to watch
really
what some of these streamers have accomplished. And like, and I tried to get into that as well. And like, I did okay for a while. I never, you know, I did well.
Yeah.
Like I made some money. Nothing really that even counted towards taxes, honestly.
I feel like it's a young person's game, as much as I hate to say that. You know, like some people, you know, our age and older can't, like, I haven't seen his videos in a while, but I'm sure you've seen like Grandpa Sniper. Like
I've heard of Grandpa Sniper, never watched him.
He plays like Battlefield.
Yeah. But like I'm thinking like, you know, like look at like, you know, Tim the Tatman, Dr. Lupo.
Yeah.
I mean, he's kind of been completely shunned now, but Dr. Disrespect.
Yeah, wasn't he like a pedo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely fuck that guy. But then like you even look at like American Dad, like he's not a young dude. I mean, he's probably in his 30s. Probably pushing 40, but
there's a grandma too that what is she? I think she plays COD. I can't remember. But I'm just like, fuck, man, these people are awesome. Good for you.
Yeah,
like,
no, I always think it's great when people
awesome
do that.
Because I feel like I could, you know, I feel like I could stream, but man, like one of the things I learned was consistency. Yeah.
Even if you only do it one day a week, be consistent with that one day a week and the hours that you're doing it.
Yeah,
and like, that's what helped me. Because like, I end up getting affiliated with Twitch, which really isn't that hard to get affiliated with Twitch, but it allows people to then donate money to you or send you tips.
Yeah.
They call it something else, but then like there was this one game called Stream Raiders that I got into, and I ended up getting affiliated with just that game.
Yeah.
And so like I got skins, could get skins based off of people buying stuff and spending time with me and doing other stuff, and other accomplishments that, between me and like my viewership would do, like allowed me to get other things. So like I ended up with like, not counting the head skins, which is just like going through and fighting so many bosses. But like full on skins, like I had, I think 5 or 6 full skins.
You have to pay for those?
No. So it's just like we earn them, and then like they put them, like they will develop them, and it was people that could then buy them, and then I would get a portion of that, what was sold.
Yeah.
And now like they do it to her, and it's kind of like the whole OnlyFans thing too. Like you have to sell so much before you get your cut.
Yeah.
Like, you get a cut of every sale, but then you have to have basically so many sales before you get your cut of it as well.
Now, there was a time when, when I was playing COD with Nolan and Phil consistently, and I'm just like, man, we're all really funny.
Yeah. And one of my clips that actually I did, it was a COD clip that was really funny.
Yeah, like we had some great banter, and I'm just like, people would watch this.
Yeah.
Like,
and sometimes it's just a lot of putting it on in the background just to have it on.
Yeah.
And that's why like I even had that one sticker, the lurk sticker, because people would come on and just have my channel up, but not even be paying attention, and they may run off and not even be paying attention, but that counts as a viewer number.
Yeah.
And those viewer numbers add up to be able to get to, like I said, I was affiliated. Well, there's affiliation and then there's partnership.
Yeah.
And partnerships, when you actually get bigger cuts of money, you get other special privileges and bonuses and stuff like that.
Yeah.
As far as Twitch and any game goes as well.
Yeah. I mean, because that's what I do. I lurk, like I've got my guys that I watch on YouTube, but I never engage in the comment section. Yeah. But like I'll watch, or I'll just have it on in the background.
And I've done that with Dr. Lupo stuff and Tim the Tatman, and again, like I never even really got into the whole Dr. Disrespect, and I'm just like, he's kind of an ass.
Yeah, wasn't he just kind of like shock jockey in a way, like
basically, yeah. Because he was like, I'm the 2-time champ, and like he dressed up in like a weird attire, like where he had like this
super fucking gimmicky
mullet type of thing with sunglasses, Viper style glasses, and he had like a red tactical vest, and
what a tool.
I mean, people loved it, but I mean, at the same time,
he was a creep.
Turns out, So I mean, there's that,
because he lost like all of his sponsors, I think.
Oh yeah,
he?
Yeah. And then you have people like on the flip side, Dr. Lupo, who is actually raised, I don't know how much, but a lot of money for St. Jude's Hospital.
Oh, nice.
And it's funny to be like, most people think like, oh yeah, all these streamers, like they live on the coast.
Yeah.
Dr. Lupo lives in Nebraska.
Hey, yeah. They can be anywhere.
And like the American Dad, he lives in Indiana.
Yeah.
I mean, and good on him. Like, I wish I could have gotten there. Yeah. But it does take a lot of time.
It's a full-time job.
Yeah, absolutely. And sometimes more so.
Yeah.
Because
if you're like posting clips onto Instagram and TikTok.
Well, it's the idea that you're streaming, and then you're trying, if you realize it while you're streaming, like, I need to clip that. And there's ways that you can like do little markers or like clip sections and then go back through, but then you have to go and edit those. And then, like, and I actually came across this thing, like, okay, if you do a YouTube podcast, right, you have the one video, right, that could be, say, an hour long. Well, in that hour-long video, and this is where, potentially we will end up getting into as well. You have an hour-long video. Well, that hour-long video can then be turned into an audio podcast as well. But then you can do, several clips, right? those clips could then be turned into potentially sound bites
or daily uploads.
Or daily uploads. So the idea is like with a 1 hour video, and I have a graphic saved somewhere, but like potentially with like a 1 hour video, you could have like 60 different things to potentially upload.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Especially when you start looking at, you know, YouTube Shorts, Instagram, TikTok, you know, Facebook, you know, doing all that type of stuff, because not everybody uses the different types of, you know.
Yeah, not everyone has all the
social medias, right?
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people, like, I know I was talking to this one person for a while, and they said, you know, I asked them about their social media. They're like, oh, yeah, I don't do social media. I'm like, well, what do you do then? They're like, just watch YouTube. Like, they're like, oh, I watch a lot of YouTube.
Yeah.
But like, they didn't have Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, none of it.
Yeah.
Just YouTube. I'm like, you know what? Fair enough. Good on you.
Yeah.
I'm like, I wish it was that easy first.
Yeah, no shit. I wish more people just watched YouTube.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny because like, I remember for the first several years, like I had no interest in YouTube.
Oh, I loved YouTube back in the day. Now,
Yeah,
I don't think there's ever been a time where I haven't, like, it's probably the website I spend most time on.
And I still really don't. Like, I'll go to YouTube for specific videos, but I never just peruse through YouTube and just let YouTube go off.
Yeah.
The only time I ever do that is like if I'm doing music videos or like lo-fi music type of stuff.
Yeah.
Or like, sometimes you have the ones where it has the visual backgrounds.
Yeah.
Like, I like that type of stuff. But like, as far as just
like
content,
watching subscriptions.
yeah, like I don't just go through and like I have a bunch of people I'm subscribed to.
Yeah.
But rarely go on YouTube. I mean, even since its inception, like I just never really, like, I don't have that type of time really. I say that even though I have it if I focus my time on that versus other stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like, just never really felt like I had the time to just sit there and focus on YouTube.
Yeah.
I've had time periods where I have gone through big binges, I guess, of YouTube.
Yeah.
And nothing else. Like right now, like since changing jobs, like I'm barely on TikTok anymore.
That's probably for the best.
Probably. I mean, because I know like Jen loves TikTok. I mean, I'm not faulting her. It's a good, if you need a time suck or, doom scrolling, whatever, something to kill time, it's great. But like, I've been so busy. It's like, I get on TikTok like once, maybe twice a week. And then like, she sends me a bunch of videos, which I'm completely fine with.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden it's like, it says like, you have 23 videos from Jen.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ. There's my whole time.
Yeah.
Freaking just
catching up.
Yeah. Good thing, it takes me spend some time on the toilet.
Yeah.
We should probably get into another beer.
Oh, fuck.
Or beverage.
Or something.
Yes.
I will get on that, sir. Hey-o.
Hey.
How about a beer?
Or beverage. Whatever, All right. So, a couple other. That was a great. I feel like that was a good, little time suck, if you will, as well. Because we're trying to get better about having, have a quick little thing, or a couple things at the beginning. Have like a main topic, and then potentially finish off with like some,
some bullshit.
Some other bullshit.
What have you been watching?
So I did get back into. I started watching Reacher, the new season of Reacher.
Yeah.
And actually, I started over Fallout as well,
dude. Because I think the season comes out in.
I think it's July.
Yeah, it's very soon.
Yeah, so I started watching Fallout again.
Yeah, we need to rewatch that
as well.
So you are on season 2 or 3 of Reacher?
It's 3. So yeah, I'm on season 3 of Reacher. And I've watched a couple episodes already. And then I finished, it was a Yellowstone spinoff called 1883.
Yeah.
And watched like the first couple minutes of the 1923 as well. I can't really say much about the 1923. The 1883 was actually very interesting. It was basically them trying to get to what is, the Yellowstone Ranch.
Yeah.
Or the Dutton Ranch. That is the Yellowstone show.
Is Kevin Costner in that show?
Yellowstone,
Yeah.
Except for like the very last half of the last season.
Yeah.
So because of indifferences, if you will.
Well, wasn't he making his mega huge movie at the time?
No.
Or
there was creative differences.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
That's what it was, yes.
Gotcha.
So they wrote him off.
Wow. Well, I'm sure
even though they
doing
still
just
kept
fine.
giving him executive producer credit.
Hey, whatever.
Whatever, yeah. And then he ran off and did another like cowboy movie or something. Yeah. Cheers, sir.
Cheers. Drinking
I don't know why
I think this is a new one. We haven't had this.
Pearseco.
I've had plenty of woodchuck.
Yeah. This one was interesting. So this one, it's basically like it's supposed to be like a dry wine.
Yeah.
If you will. And I've already had a couple of them. It's good though.
It smells good.
I like woodchuck.
Me too.
I mean, I like insiders.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. I mean, I enjoy the ciders. Because I think there's a blueberry one in there that was pretty good too.
Yeah.
And like even Jen enjoyed the blueberry one, and she doesn't even really like ciders. So yeah.
Well, we've been watching. We got away
what have you been watching?
We got away from watching Reacher.
You haven't finished it?
No, I can't remember. We might be halfway through season 3.
Okay.
But we started watching Severance.
Oh, really?
Dude, that show is a mind fuck. It is so good.
I hear it's good.
It is so fucking good. We just started season 2.
Well, there's only the 2 seasons. They just released the second season a month or two ago.
I think they just wrapped filming on season 3.
But like, I feel like there was like a whole year or longer between season 1 and 2.
Well, I think that's kind of I was reading about this recently, and that's like the problem with non-network television shows.
I just came across something like that too.
They take, a year or 2 for a new season, whereas network television is like, oh, well, we'll see you next fall.
Yeah. And like I saw something to that extent as well. I don't think I saved it. I just kind of kept moving. I'm like, yeah, it makes sense.
It makes
and moved on.
sense.
Because like look at Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Like because it's not even necessarily that.
God, that show's been around for like 10 years, and
I know.
they're just now on the 5th and final season.
Yeah. But like that's the thing like they were discussing where it's not that the demand's not there. It's just they take so long.
Yeah.
To do the new seasons that people forget about it.
It takes so long to do the new seasons. Actors get, they get roles for something else.
Yeah.
That can be conflicting scheduling wise for shooting. And like, yeah, it is nice to be like, oh, well, I know it's next fall is going to be the new season of blank.
Yeah.
Like we're clearly
unless it gets canceled, but then like, okay, at least I know it's already been canceled, and I'm not waiting 2-3 years.
Like we're clearly out of the old realm of television where it's like, okay, every fall you have 32 episodes that you need to write and shoot. Like it takes all year.
Well, luckily, a lot of places, I think a lot of studios are getting down to at least in 22 to maybe 26.
I am not a fan of like the 10 to 12 episode seasons.
I know we talked about this several episodes ago as well, which like I was saying, like I feel like that's a very British thing.
Oh yeah. Well, and it was also like, I forgot what I was listening to earlier today, but they were talking about the Fawlty Towers series.
Oh yeah. And
it was only 2 seasons long. And people consider it one of the best shows of all time.
IT crowd, same way.
But, it set, like, specifically British television up for failure with original shows, because it's just like, well, Fawlty Towers did this for this length of time. So, like, they set the standard.
Yeah.
That it's like, if you have a really good show, it can only last, which is why I love Breaking Bad. 5 seasons, boom. From the beginning.
And I do enjoy the idea of like, all right, let's not try and take a series.
Yeah. See how long we can. 32 seasons like The Simpsons.
Like 8 seasons seems to be pushing it.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's what ended up killing Lost.
I think 5. 5 is all you need. Like, that's 5 years. That's half a decade.
Yeah.
That's good.
Because I mean, like think about like Lost. Everybody just by the end. When Lost finished, everybody was just kind of done with it and just like was pissed about how they even ended it.
Same with Seinfeld.
Yeah,
like notoriously, but looking back at that final episode of Seinfeld, that's the only way you could have ended that show.
Yeah.
Is because everyone is an asshole and they've ruined someone's life.
Yeah.
So, what funnier way than to make sure everyone goes to jail? Like, for
Spoilers!
for all the bad things they've done. I don't give a shit.
I've never seen... I watched Seinfeld, like, when my mom used to watch it. But, like, I never really watched Seinfeld. I never really cared for Seinfeld.
I love Seinfeld. I love, like...
And I know people love Seinfeld. It's like... I feel like it's one of those things. It's like, you're either in the Seinfeld camp or the Friends camp.
Yeah, Friends sucks.
But then, like, on the flip side, like, okay, you're either on the Parks and Rec camp or the Office camp.
They're both good shows.
They're both great shows. And people think, both Friends and Seinfeld are great shows.
Yeah.
I mean, because, like, and honestly, like, I liked New Girl better. And that's kind of in that same realm of, some of those shows as well.
But for me, New Girl was one of those shows where it's just like, okay, you've worn out your welcome now.
It did. I feel like it did go a little long.
That last 2 seasons or something, like...
Everybody knew where it was going to go.
But her Jess got so annoying.
Yeah.
Her character was just... She was a caricature of herself.
Oh, yeah. And then they brought in, like, Megan Fox.
Yeah.
For like, almost like a whole season. And just like, no.
And she can't act her way out of a wet paper bag.
No. So, I mean...
But, no, I don't know, man. I think it should be 5 to 8 seasons. That's all you get. Because we all know, usually, the pilot season's dog shit. Because they're all trying to find their
figure
legs.
everything out.
Yeah.
Because, like, I remember even hearing something like Supernatural. Like, I have still never finished Supernatural.
I've never watched it.
And it's like 15, 16 seasons long. And, like, the first season was interesting. But, again, like, they were, like, flying under the radar and a lot of stuff. And, like, some of the places they were going to film. So, like, they chased after ghosts, ghoulies, whatever, what have you. And, like, they were legitimately breaking into places they were not supposed to be.
Like, as they were filming.
To film.
Wow.
To be able to get a more unique environment.
Yeah.
But then after, like, season 3, 4, it's like they were so huge, they were able to
wherever they want.
Make whatever they wanted.
Yeah.
And then, like, and Supernatural was good because, like, they would kind of make fun of themselves sometimes as well. Like, they had one episode where they literally, like, got sucked through this vortex or whatever, and they were themselves, like, as the actors.
Very
apparently,
much like,
I'm this guy named Jensen Ackles.
So they're, like, breaking that fourth wall.
Yes, they broke the fourth wall. And then, like, one of the people, one of the guys had married somebody who played a bad person on the show years before. They're like, dude, you're married to so-and-so. And then, like, they were trying to order stuff online. He's like, overnight from India? Sure. Boop.
I love, like, when shows become self-aware like that, but it's also you're teetering a fine line, I think, of, like, you're going to jump the shark.
Yes.
Once you start, like, becoming aware of yourself as the show. Like, You're getting very close to, like, you can only do that episode once.
Yeah, and they only did something like that once. I think the next closest, like, veer off from that was they did a Scooby-Doo crossover. Where they got sucked into the TV.
Yeah.
And they were in a Scooby-Doo episode.
So
and
this
they did all the Scooby-Doo thing. He's like, look, and he did the whole big mouth thing, putting the whole freaking sandwich in his mouth.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So, yeah.
So a lot of, I'm a huge fan of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
And I've never watched that. It's one of those things, like, I'm waiting for it to get done.
Well, now they're on, like, season 17, I think.
I know.
Like, it's the longest running live action sitcom in American history.
Live action. Okay.
Live action.
Sitcom. Because I'm like, what about MASH?
Yeah, no, it lasted way longer than MASH.
No, MASH was on for quite a while.
Not for almost 20 years.
Yeah. 11 seasons.
Nowhere near as long as Sunny.
But it was funny because it was based during, it was supposed to be during, like, Korean War.
Yeah. And then it was very, very far away.
And it was way longer than the war was.
So people, I'm a huge fan. I'm always going to like the show. and I understand it comes to a point where it's just like, maybe we should hang it up, guys.
Yeah.
But they're doing a crossover with a show that I have never watched, but I heard it's really good, Abbott Elementary.
Okay, I've heard, and like,
because that show is also Abbott Elementary the show is based out of Philadelphia.
Oh, okay.
So they're doing this huge crossover event, where I don't know how they're gonna do it because I think Abbott is on Fox. I'd imagine if it's
really?
Since
well, and Sunny is on FX,
so it's got to be a Fox TV show.
Yeah, well, I think they did a crossover between. It was like a very small crossover, if you will, between Brooklyn Nine-Nine and New Girl.
Oh yeah, I remember that
as well.
Yeah.
And it was fun. And Brooklyn Nine-Nine is one of those shows where like it was only on for a handful of seasons,
but man, was it good!
It was really good.
That show took me some getting used to.
It really did, but yeah. Looking back at it now, I was like, all right, that was a great show to watch.
Yeah.
I mean, The Office was the same way.
Yeah.
I just realized I may have said Office Space earlier.
Whatever.
And like even Parks and Rec, like I feel like they probably could have ended that one season sooner than they did.
Yeah. Once they start sending like characters out of the show, but still creating the show, you're done to me.
And like in Office was the same way. Where
so
like,
was that 70s show.
They got rid of Michael Scott, and it's just like, all right, you need to end the show.
Because they could have ended it on that episode, and I would have been fine.
Yeah.
There are a few episodes here and there throughout those last, like, I think it lasted for 3 more seasons after Michael Scott left.
Well, like, Jim, like, the way he ultimately left, I'm like, okay, that was really cool how they did that. Like, Dwight, he's like, no, you're fired. He's like, Dwight, don't be like that. He's like, dude, don't be an idiot. He's like, you're going to get a year of pay or a month of pay for every year you worked here.
Yeah.
So you're going to get a whole year of pay.
Yeah.
You could go off. He's like, I love you.
Yeah. I don't know. Too many stupid tropes that they tried to add to add flavor. Like, I hated the whole, like, Pam and the boom mic guy. That was so fucking cringy.
I vaguely remember.
Like, they were really forcing some narratives that were just like we're grasping at straws here.
And even some of the Will Ferrell stuff, I feel like was just like,
Well, that's why he only lasted like 2 or 3 episodes.
Yeah, like they were just trying to help fill part of a season.
They should have honestly it should have just been Robert California the entire time.
James Spader was great.
I love him.
He was great, and I think that's what helped get into. Like, did you ever watch the show? He was Blacklist.
Oh no,
I've only watched the first couple seasons.
Yeah,
it was really good. I feel like they probably should have started wrapping it up.
I feel like that show kind of revived his career in a way.
Blacklist.
Yeah.
I know there was the whole Boston Legal though too.
I forgot about Boston Legal.
Yeah, and that was with freaking Captain Kirk. Why am I blanking on his name? Shatner.
Yeah. Holy shit! Wow, what a cast.
Yeah, I'm a nerd.
Wow, I forgot. That was. I mean, I remember when that show was on, but I wasn't watching it.
Yeah,
like that was in the early 2000s, right?
I believe so. And like, it's weird, like, because I watched maybe a episode of Boston Legal.
Yeah, that was on Fox, I think.
Because like, there's this whole time frame, and like, that I kind of came to the realization. Nice.
No.
Yeah, too high pitch.
Yeah. I didn't do the right emphasis.
No, you did not. It was still a solid belch. But I came to a realization a couple months ago, and I think I've realized it a couple times, but like it fully set into me like a few months ago. And it was like, okay, during 2004, most of 2004, because like I got deactivated from my time and being activated with the Marines for Operation Iraqi Freedom, and helping with that whole thing, or I guess the early part of that. But most of 2004, I was working for Pepsi as a merchandiser, and so I was working 50 to 60 hours a week, driving 100 miles a day. So and I was working at a further away location, so like it was taking me 30 plus minutes to get to my first store. And then I was going to Vatterott 4 nights a week. And so,
Wow.
like, I literally was averaging, I think, and this is one of the things I realized several years ago. Like, I averaged probably like 4 hours of sleep a night for like a year.
Wow.
Because there was a couple mornings where like I was dozing off driving to work, and literally like, there was one time I almost went head on into a friggin' median.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that was, whew, man, that was I probably won't ever forget that. But it was, you know, me trying to get myself in a better situation for my family, right?
Yeah.
So, like, you know, I was sacrificing certain things to try to make better future for a better life for my family, right? Like, I barely saw my firstborn, you know, my oldest son.
Yeah.
Like, because I was basically only getting like 1 day off a week. Like I would get Friday nights and Saturday nights off from school, but like I was still pretty much working. So like I was off on Sunday and Monday, but like Sunday, like I would do other stuff that I wasn't able to do throughout the week. And Monday was just like, all right, I'm resting, getting ready for the rest of the week. And then I'd go to school at like night.
Yeah.
Right. And, so yeah, like that was like, didn't really watch like anything.
Yeah.
And like podcasts weren't really a thing yet.
Yeah. Like
they were, but like you had to have special stuff to be able to listen to it.
Yeah.
I had no Apple, you know, iPod type stuff.
Yeah.
Because then like my first drafting job was late in 04. And then like I changed to my Black and Beach job in 05. And that's when things, you know, finally started getting better for me. Because like I took a pay cut to go to my first drafting job from Pepsi.
Wow.
And so then like I was working a part-time gig just to try and compensate the money.
Yeah.
Because like I was finally done with school and stuff. And I mean, that's just the things that like people don't realize that people go through.
Man.
Yeah.
Sacrifices.
And like I don't regret any of it.
No, you shouldn't.
Even though I'm not even in that industry as far as drafting anymore.
Yeah.
Either. Like it was a good experience for me and I appreciate it. And you know, I learned a lot from it. And
well, you wouldn't be the person you are today without it.
No, absolutely. And it, you know, some of the stuff that helps me with the job that I still have. Like I have a better understanding of certain things. I can look at stuff. I'm like, oh yeah, that's supposed to be this and this. And they're like, how do you know that? I'm like, I just do. It's I'm like, it's
just part of
part of my history.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay. So,
well, we should probably
wrap this one up.
Wrapping it up. Put a bow on it.
I did that video I sent you. I did want to finish off on this note, and it's the. Did you know you could outrun a blue shell?
I had no fucking idea you could.
Apparently you can, because I just sent you that video.
We're talking about
in Mario Kart. Yeah. So I looked it up. I'm like, okay, is it possible, or is this just some weird thing? And it says it is possible to outrun a blue shell, also known as a spiny shell, in Mario Kart 8
No one
Deluxe.
calls it a spiny shell. It's
a blue shell. Yeah. And everybody hates that goddamn thing unless you're in last place. But it says you can outrun it in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, especially in the 200cc.
Oh god, that's the worst
which
one.
that is like that's
It's
stupid.
impossible, man.
Yeah.
All you have to do is you're just like drifting the entire time.
Oh, and that video pretty much was.
Yeah.
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 But then like
But
I don't know what the golden mushroom
that
was.
didn't look like Super Mario Kart 8, man. That was Super Mario. That was the
You think
newest
it's the
one.
new world?
That was the newest one.
And maybe it is.
Yeah.
But it says, however, on some tracks with very sharp turns, outrunning it might not be feasible. And because it goes on, it says, especially on the 200cc, by maintaining a high speed and utilizing techniques like neutral drifting.
Yeah, no.
Because like when the Mario Kart mobile came out, I played that thing hardcore.
Oh, me too, man.
For a while. Like
was
I was
fun.
actually up there in the global rankings for a while.
That was fun.
But yeah, it says more details to explain. The 200cc is key. Outrunning a blue shell is significantly easier on the 200cc speed setting due to the higher overall speed. You got to maintain a high speed. Track design matters. Other methods exist. While outrunning is a good strategy, other methods like using the super horn, which I forgot about the super horn.
Yeah. Oh, I've timed the super horn a lot.
And a mushroom boost.
Yeah.
A star or a bullet bill can also help avoid the blue shell's
But
impact.
you never get bullet bill if you're in first place. You never get bullet bill.
Unless you're holding on to them and then you get in first.
Yeah.
Right? And it says coin advantage. Having more coins, which increases
You get a mini
your top
speed
speed.
boost. Yeah.
Really? I guess I never realized that.
Yeah, if you max out your coins and then every time you get one, you get a little mini speed
When did
boost.
the coins become a thing on?
I think it was with this.
With 8?
I think so.
Can also make it easier to outrun a blue shell.
Yeah. Because you max out at 10, you collect 10, and then every time you get one, you just get like a little...
Oh,
just a
really?
little- yeah.
Because in that video, he was
Booking.
booking.
Yeah. That was impressive.
I'm like, how is that possible? And like I remember, like the 200cc is like you have to unlock 200cc.
Yeah.
Because it starts off with the 50, 100, and 150.
Yeah.
And like you have to complete everything before the 200 even unlocks.
Yeah.
So, okay. I mean, it makes sense.
Makes sense.
All
Yeah.
right. Well, on that note,
I'm glad everyone just learned about how to outrun a blue shell. And
go
Kart.
practice.
Go practice. Send us videos if you can.
Vidges. Yeah.
Vidges.
Link us to Vidges.
Yeah.
If you will. And we need to get back into some normalcy as well. I mean, we've been consistent with recording.
Yeah.
But we need to get back into some vidges ourselves.
Yeah. It's been a while.
And like I said, I haven't been able to work on the basement in the last couple weeks.
Yeah, it's fine. You've been busy.
I've been busy.
We all have.
And I got 2 birthdays coming up too.
Yeah.
Not
Fuck.
including my own.
Yeah.
And you got a birthday coming up in the next month too.
Yeah, we're like 2 weeks out.
I mean, granted, my boys are turning 18 and 21.
The big ones.
Yes, I know. They're both.
The big ones.
I'm like, you a-holes.
You fucking assholes.
It's my fault.
Yeah, it is. It's your fault.
Yeah, it is. It was funny. Jen and I had a conversation a couple days ago about this. She's like, what were you, like, what's the 9 month? I'm like, it's October. She's like, what were you doing at, like, Halloween? I'm like, no, I don't know what it was.
That was 20-something years ago. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, I'm just going to buy the big one, some
Something.
alcohol.
Yeah.
And then the youngest one, I'm like, I'm sorry, guys. I don't have a lot of money right now. So
Here's a Visa gift card.
it's like, I'm going to try to do something nice for you guys, but like, it's tough right now.
Yeah.
So
Times is tough.
yeah, like the youngest, like, I'm trying to help you get another job.
Yeah. Here's your birthday
The
gift.
oldest, like, I've given you some advice on, trying to help you get another job as well. So my gift to you is
That.
you helping yourself.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Help me help you.
Anyway, as always, thank you guys, everybody, to the listeners and the followers. Please make sure you're sharing us with your friends. I know Jen's really good about talking
Oh, yeah.
of the podcast and sharing us with.
I think we've got Cowboy listening. If so, shout
That's
out to
what
Cowboy.
I heard
What's up,
something
Cowboy?
about Cowboy. She's like, Cowboy said he's going to start listening. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
What's up, Cowboy? Which is basically Jen's dad now.
Yeah. Yep.
Unless there's some creep hanging around. And then Jen's his wife. Whatever. All right. So, but yeah, no, we always appreciate the new listeners. Make sure you share us with your friends, like, subscribe, download all the episodes.
That's right.
And as we always like to try to do, we'll do better next time.
We'll do better.
Yeah.
Keep on keeping on.
And other than that, what else? How do we finish as well, Connor?
Shut it down.
Yeah.
I remember the button this time.
Yeah. The red one is the nice
The red
one.
one is the good one.
Yeah. Ish. Yeah. But anyway, thank you guys. And we'll talk to you next time.
Later.
Cheers.